Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10.
Right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot. Hot.
Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, Jackson. His throw about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now.
on first down. Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue landed. Hot. Hot.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue.
Now Cohen. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go now.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. To throw, it's Allen, escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Thomas, the intended target.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. He fights him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200+ right now. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Check. Motion out of the backfield.
On second down, here's Jackson. Drops it underneath for Collins. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
No, check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Allen off the play fake. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Throwing again. Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. If he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach. Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. 17 yards on the fake punt, and that's going to be a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Collins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And Denver getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleeping. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson being chased out left. Now he'll throw. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Lucky 56. Leopard.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Sua Cravens in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. An update now from Oakland. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Allen now on first down. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch. Yeah,
especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 33 and a first. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Here we go.
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Allen throwing on second down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go. Boom, landed.
Allen from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
On second down, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at his own 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, first and 10.
Lucky 56.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Flush to his right. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Able to get away. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brendan Langley picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Let's go. 319. 319.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And now it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at it.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Allen. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Tony Jefferson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. He finds some open field here. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way out to the 46. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, but we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Collins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go again with Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's complete on a bubble screen. That's Cohen. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, it's Allen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic. Well over 100. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. He's going to let this one go. And now here's another interception. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashawn Perriman with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
Operating from the gun, Allen. That is caught by Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there for Denver, 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16.
Set. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To the air. Allen under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, They would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
One final try here for Allen. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
Allen now looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Allen now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Barney. Gun.
On first down, Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Allen going to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interception. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 39. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called